The 1980s had Dexy's Midnight Runners dancing through Come On Eileen. Flock of seagulls sprinting with synth-fueled urgency. And Nena floating 99 red balloons into the stratosphere. But that was only the beginning. From quirky anthems to lightning-in-a-bottle hits, these are 10 one-hit wonders from the 80s who disappeared without a trace. Number 10, Turning Japanese by The Vapors. A punchy, punk-tinged blast of British new wave, Turning Japanese, exploded in 1980 with its twitchy guitar riff and cryptic chorus. Formed in Guildford, England, The Vapors caught a major break when Bruce Foxton of The Jam discovered them and helped land a deal with United Artists. I got your picture of me and you. Their debut album, New Clear Days, delivered this infectious single, which reached the top 40 in the US and cracked the top 3 in the UK. Interpretations ran wild. Many believed the title referenced a controversial euphemism, but frontman David Fenton insisted it was about youthful angst and alienation. No matter the meaning, it felt like a jolt of sugar-coated rebellion on FM radio. But the follow-up tracks fizzled, and just like that, The Vapors were gone. No scandal, no blaze of glory, just silence. If that was thunder, the next one is lightning. Number 9, Obsession by Animotion. A pulsing, provocative synth-pop duet, Obsession dripped with 80s drama and desire. It was part lust anthem and part runway soundtrack. Originally written by Michael DeBeers and Holly Knight, the song landed in the hands of Los Angeles-based Animotion in 1984. They layered it with icy synths and theatrical vocals that gave it a high-gloss finish. It exploded onto MTV and climbed to number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100 by 1985. Its video, filled with surreal visuals and costume changes, was a mainstay on MTV, making Obsession feel larger than life. The track oozed with the decadence of the decade and became a signature sound of mid-80s pop. But behind the scenes, the band struggled with internal conflicts and couldn't replicate the magic. Later, singles failed to chart, and before long, Animotion faded out of sight. That one burned bright. Now meet a band whose hit was as mysterious as their disappearance. Number 8, Echo Beach by Martha and the Muffins.
On Echo Beach, I watch the sun go down.
A dreamy post-punk postcard from a place that might not even exist. Echo Beach shimmered onto the airwaves in 1980 and then quietly vanished along with its creators. Toronto's Martha and the Muffins combined surfy guitar tones with a melancholy edge, crafting a song that perfectly captured the longing to escape the monotony of the 9-to-5 life.
I know it's out of fashion and a trifle uncool.
Released on Din Disc, a Virgin offshoot, the track broke into the UK top 10 and found a loyal cult following in North America's college radio scene. It was atmospheric and offbeat, with a sound cooler than mainstream pop and lyrics that felt strangely timeless. But the band veered into more experimental territory after their brief success, and the commercial momentum never returned.
I have to spend my time at work. My job is very boring, I'm an office clerk.
They maintained a modest presence in Canada, but internationally, they slipped away without fanfare. And the story behind this next cut still sparks debate among fans, because no one expected it to hit big. Number 7, Puttin' on the Ritz by Taco.
Puttin' on the Ritz. Dress up like
A synth-powered reimagining of a 1920s classic might sound like a recipe for disaster. But in 1983, Taco Ockersey turned it into an unlikely smash. Originally a standard by Irving Berlin, Puttin' on the Ritz was dusted off and reinvented by the Dutch-born Indonesian singer, with robotic vocals and glossy visuals.
when you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits?
The video, with its surreal visuals and Taco's theatrical flair, became a hit on early MTV. The track reached number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100, captivating audiences with its mix of nostalgia and futuristic charm. It was a novelty that somehow captured the cultural moment perfectly. But novelty also meant limits. The follow-ups couldn't find footing, and Taco's star faded as quickly as it rose.
Trying hard to look like Gary Cooper.
Outside of Europe, he was largely forgotten. One of the top 3 songs literally saved a career. Stick around to hear how close one artist came to quitting before their breakthrough. Different city, same rebel heartbeat. Our next band carried the torch for American rock, then vanished. Number 6, Lunatic Fringe by Red Rider. Dark and tense with a slow-burning intensity, Lunatic Fringe wasn't a typical pop hit. And that's exactly why it stuck. Red Rider, a Canadian band led by Tom Cochrane, released the track in 1981. Its ominous tone and laser-sharp guitar made it stand out among glittery pop anthems. The lyrics, reportedly inspired by rising anti-Semitism and extremism, gave it a depth that cut through the noise of the era. Although it never cracked the Billboard Top 40, it found a permanent home on FM rock radio and later showed up in films like Vision Quest. Its low simmer tension and urgency made it a favorite for listeners craving something heavier. Red Rider never recaptured that lightning. Cochrane would eventually find solo success in the 90s, but this song remains the band's lasting US legacy. Quick pit stop. If these classics still give you goosebumps, hit like so more rock fans find this. And stick around, because the top tracks are the ones that truly defined the decade. Turn the dial up. This next track set the sound on fire with just one unforgettable chorus. Number 5, I Melt With You by Modern English.
I'll stop the world and melt with you.
Radiant and romantic, with a bittersweet glow, I Melt With You became the love song of a generation raised on VHS tapes and teenage daydreams. Modern English, a post-punk band from Colchester, England, dropped the track in 1982 as part of their After the Snow album.
Moving forwards, using all my breath.
Unlike their darker, earlier work, this song leaned into melodic guitars and a warm, dreamy atmosphere. Although it only reached the mid-70s on the Billboard charts, its staying power was undeniable. MTV embraced it, and its appearance in Valley Girl cemented its place in pop culture. The song's nuclear apocalypse subtext flew under the radar, with fans instead drawn to its sweeping declarations of eternal love.
You've seen the difference, and it's getting better all the time.
Modern English never managed to match that success. Their later releases struggled, and their moment quietly passed. We've floated on romance. Now brace for a wild-eyed rocker that hijacked the charts and then disappeared. Number 4, Major Tom, Coming Home by Peter Schilling.
Jokes, Major Tom. The count goes.
Lonely and interstellar, Major Tom, Coming Home gave listeners a synth-powered epilogue to one of rock's most famous space travelers. In 1983, German singer Peter Schilling offered a haunting continuation of David Bowie's Major Tom.
This waiting, all systems are go. Are you sure? Control is not convinced.
With shimmering keyboards and that hypnotic countdown, the song struck a chord during the Cold War era, when space felt both exciting and terrifying. It reached number 14 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and became a major hit across Europe. The video got heavy airplay on MTV, helping Schilling become a brief sensation. But his follow-up singles, most of which were in German, failed to connect with US audiences.
No one understands, but Major Tom sees all the life command.
Before long, his voice, like Major Tom, faded into the void. That was Cosmic Melancholy. Now get ready for a track so cheerful it became the unofficial soundtrack of every backyard barbecue in the 80s. Number 3, Walking on Sunshine by Katrina and the Waves. This song is pure serotonin. From the opening horn stabs to the soaring chorus, Walking on Sunshine sounded like summer bottled into 3.5 minutes. The band had been grinding it out on the UK college circuit when they recorded the track in 1983. Initially considered a demo, it didn't take off until Capitol Records re-released it in 1985 with a full studio polish. It exploded onto the charts, hitting number 9 in the US and becoming a go-to for commercials, films, and sports stadiums. Katrina Leskinich's vocals radiated joy, and the band rode the wave to global recognition. But the magic proved hard to replicate. Later, singles faltered, and the group faded from American charts. They'd win Eurovision years later, but by then, the US had moved on. One of these final 2 tracks saved a career that was about to be shelved for good. And the origin of this next song involves a record label fight, a DJ mistake, and an anthem that caught fire anyway. Number 2, Tainted Love by Soft Cell Moody.
Tainted love, don't touch me, please.
And hypnotic, Tainted Love felt like heartbreak you could dance to, and it almost never made it past the B-side. Soft Cell, made up of vocalist Mark Almond and synth master David Ball, took a little-known 1964 Gloria Jones track and stripped it down to something dark and mesmerizing.
Now I know I've got to.
Released in 1981, it was slow, sparse, and unlike anything on the radio. At first, it was overlooked. But a DJ flipped the 12-inch record, found the extended remix, and played it. Audiences responded instantly. The track hit number 1 in 17 countries and peaked at number 8 in the US, with a record-setting chart run. Soft Cell never reached those heights again. Almond went solo, Ball stepped back, and their one defining hit echoed on without them.
I've been to the heart of me, the love we share.
Our number 1 track split critics at release and then conquered the world. We've saved the wildest ride for last. This one stormed the charts, owned the airwaves, and left behind only echoes. Number 1, Come On Eileen by Dexy's Midnight Runners. It's a whirlwind. It's a chant. It's a folk pop explosion that had no right to work, and yet somehow became unforgettable. Released in 1982, Come On Eileen turned Kevin Rowland's Dexy's Midnight Runners into instant stars. With its tempo shifts, fiddles, and raucous chorus, it stood out from everything else on the radio. The song tapped into nostalgia and joy in equal measure. It dethroned Michael Jackson's Billie Jean from the #1 spot in the US and dominated charts in the UK. For a band constantly shifting its identity, this was their perfect storm. But the magic didn't last. Internal tensions and changing tastes pushed them out of the spotlight. Rowland eventually stepped away from music, and the band dissolved into legend. If that brought back memories, tap like and subscribe to keep the classics alive. From arena-shaking anthems to forgotten gems, these songs prove why rock's golden era will never die. Next up, 10 one-hit rock wonders from the 70s who disappeared without a trace. It's waiting for you on screen.